Neighbors, Edmontonians. Seriously, it is a privilege to be here as your mayor and as your neighbor. I live just down 76, and yes, I biked here on the high-quality bike infrastructure that your neighborhood has been critical to advocating for, because you recognize that a healthier city, a more affordable city, a fairer and more just city, and yes, a more fun city has to be able to accommodate everybody where they are and how they want to get around, with the right kind of housing and the right kind of community infrastructure and the right kind of sense of community that we see here on display, that the city of Edmonton is all too proud to have supported for more than a century, with groundbreaking community league movements that are still to this day the heart of our city. And I think in some ways this is the most important EFCL Community Day that we've ever had, because at this time in our history, not just in our city, and not just in our province, and not just in our country, but everywhere around the world, talking to other mayors, the community is fraying. People are struggling. People are scared. And people feel incredibly lonely and disconnected from the systems and the supports and the society that we have come to take for granted. And so it's so important for us to gather. After dutifully not gathering for 6 months, in contravention to human nature as social beings, here we are on this Community League Day, not just here in Queen Alexandra and Allendale, but gathering all across the city, reminding ourselves that neighborliness, common humanity, decency, kindness, that those are the things that have always pulled us through, and those are the things that will pull us through one of the toughest winters we've ever experienced, which does lie ahead for us. But it is hope that is the antidote to loneliness, and it is community that is the antidote to fear. And so I have always been grateful to the volunteers and leaders in our community organizations and our community leagues. And I'm very pleased to tell you just one little thing about the city plan which your city council adopted on Wednesday, which is Councillor Scott McKean brought forward a very tiny but important amendment to make sure community leagues were mentioned as essential partners in the vision that your council has built alongside citizens for the kind of just and inclusive, low carbon, exciting, prosperous, and innovative city that we want to build together. And so community leagues have always been and will always be an essential partner to that, but that's just a name for a thing which you bring to life here today by gathering. And that with gratitude from City Hall for all of the volunteer effort that it takes to convene and give this sense of vibrancy that our city is known for, that is what will pull us through. That's what I'm celebrating here today, with deep gratitude on behalf of all of my city council colleagues for what it represents about our city, which we should be very proud of today.